Hello. Okay, let me preface this by letting you know that I'm sick. I've been fighting through a cold like the past week and it's just gotten worse. But here we are. Here's my TBR for the Ghibli-a-thon. The Ghibli-a-thon is gonna take place from June 10 until June 16 and it's hosted by a morose reader, Miles, and JD Ray. So with the Ghibli-a-thon, it branches out to different Ghibli movies and each Ghibli movie pertains to a challenge and you choose your own route so that you can decide on which challenges to choose. So here is the route I'm taking, I guess. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing Porco when Marnie was there, ARRIETTY, I don't even know, actually I've never heard of that Ghibli film, The Cat Returns, Porco Rosso, and My Neighbor Totoro. So for Porco, we're going to be reading Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. I'm really excited for this because this is a reread for me. I read this a couple of years ago. I really enjoyed it. I'm sure a lot of you are fans of Howl's Moving Castle, the Ghibli film. This is the source material, but about, I guess, halfway the movie actually deviates from the book, but both really, I don't know, they're really good on their own, even if they're drastically different. There's something about Diana Wynne Jones's writing style that I really enjoy. There's something about her style of storytelling that's just really enjoyable and really easy to consume. So that's the group book, and then after that, my next challenge is When Marnie Was There. So that's for the Chosen Family challenge. I'm gonna be reading Blood Witch by Susan Denner. This is the... which book is this? Pangilan na ba to? 1, 2, 3... I think this is the 4th book in the Witchland series. This one primarily... I guess it primarily follows Aidwan, but what I've noticed with like Wind Witch, even if the title pertains to a particular type of witch in the Witchland series, we still get all the other perspectives of the different characters anyway. But primarily, this is gonna be following our Aidwan. I don't know what to tell you about this considering it's the 3rd, 4th book in the series, so spoilers and stuff. I hope I'll be able to get to this for the Ghibli-a-thon, and it's a moderate amount. It's how many pages? Like 450 pages, I suppose. So it's pretty moderate considering I haven't been reading at all the past month. I didn't finish any book for May actually. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, and knowing me, I tend to be ambitious with my TBRs, but I hope I'll be able to get to this because I really enjoyed the Wind Witch. Like, first it was Truth Witch, which was just okay for me, and then Wind Witch happened, and by then I was already invested in the character, so I'm excited to see what happens in Blood Witch. So for my next challenge, ARRIETTY, so I have to read a borrowed book. I technically don't have a borrowed book here because libraries where I'm from aren't very accessible or well stocked. So what I plan to do is read a book that was gifted to me. So for that, I'm gonna be reading Magonia by Maria Davana Headley, sorry. This is also another reread for me because for the next challenge, which is The Cat Returns after read a Portal Fantasy, I think this is technically a Portal Fantasy. For my Portal Fantasy book, I'm gonna be reading ARRIETTY, which is the sequel to Magonia. But it's been years since I read this. I think I read this back in 2014, so the details are kind of fuzzy to me, so I'm gonna be rereading this. For those of you who don't know, Magonia features a main character who suffers from this lung disease, and she discovers this world, I think in the sky or something, and in that world she can suddenly breathe properly. Like her lung disease doesn't exist in this world. So that's that. I don't know what to say about ARRIETTY because it's the sequel. I'm kind of nervous to go back into this because I really enjoyed it when I first read it, but that was 5 years ago, so I don't know how much my reading taste has evolved since then, or if at all. So kind of scared to go into this again, but I hope I'll still like it. So I hope that also goes for the sequel, ARRIETTY. My next challenge, Porco Rosso. So I have to read a book that features a character under a curse. For that, I'm gonna be reading King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. because King of Scars is part of the Nikolai duology, and if y'all don't know, okay, spoilers. So King of Scars is basically the next book in the Grishaverse of Lee Bardugo, and Nikolai was introduced in Siege and Storm, and then I think in Ruin and Rising, something happens to him. He's technically like cursed, like something happens to him, and I think remnants of what happened to him is explored here, or I don't remember if he was ever cured of what happened to him in the Grisha trilogy. This is basically gonna be following Nikolai. Although I've heard that this was a bit disappointing for some people, like despite it being marketed as Nikolai's story, we don't actually see much of Nikolai or something like that, but I hope it'll deliver. I hope it's good. Another moderately length book, so I don't know if I'll be able to get to it, but I love disappointing myself. I don't know if Nikolai is technically under a curse here in King of Scars, but I'm treating this as my character with a curse book anyway, because that's technically what happened to him in the Grisha trilogy anyway. When I read the synopsis of this, it suggests that Nikolai is finding like a cure for whatever he's battling inside of him, like the darkness inside of him, the evil inside of him. So I think this works. And then, okay, my last book, My Neighbor Totoro. So I have to read a book that features an otherworldly creature. For this, I'm reading Hexvet by Sam Davies. This is a graphic novel. It's very short, so I can read this in one sitting. So basically, this is about a bunch of vets who look after magical creatures. I heard there's gonna be like, there's 2 volumes of this already. This is volume 1, which is in training. It looks cute. I'm excited. Okay, so that's my TBR for the ghibli-a-thon. I'm looking at it now, and considering I've been out of the booktube game for, I guess, 2 months, I don't know if I'll be able to do this, but you know, at least I'm trying. At least I'm trying. Here's my TBR for the ghibli-a-thon. Let me know what you thought of the books that are part of my TBR. Like, if you've read them, let me know what you thought of them, or let me know what you think of them if you're planning on reading them anytime in the future. Let me know what you're reading for the ghibli-a-thon if you're participating, and whatever your favorite Ghibli movie is, because mine is actually Spirited Away, and I was trying to choose a route that would lead me to Spirited Away, but I really had to tailor my path to something that would be feasible for me and my tastes and what I know I'll be able to consume, considering, I don't know, considering what I'm really into right now, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye!